So today we're going to take a look at how to fix an NES with a blinking light. You'll see something like this normally. A flashing white screen and a flashing red light. Sometimes you can push it a few times like this, but you'll end up with glitched graphics like this. Alright, so let's take this thing out of here and let's pull it apart, give it a good clean. Pull both your cords out. Hit the power button a few times to discharge the system, and we're good to go. Alright, grab your favorite screwdriver. Mine's this old one from Radio Shack here. A standard Phillips head size screwdriver should do just fine. Make sure you pull your game out. Flip it over and we have 8 screws to take out. 6 of them are mandatory, the 2 of them that are below the controller port aren't necessary, but I usually just take them out anyway. Alright, now flip it over again and pull the lid off. Be careful not to lose your screws. There are 10 screws inside that we have to take out to pull off the RF shield. Pull off the RF shield. Now on the inside there are 6 screws we have to take care of. 4 in the back, 2 in the front. Here we have the cartridge tray. We're going to wiggle this out very carefully. Right, and here we have the 72-pin connector. Now this is pretty snug to the board, so just be gentle and wiggle it a little bit back and forth until it pops off. Alright, so we're going to take our rubbing alcohol solution and clean this thing off. 70% will do. I always prefer 99 if I can get it, but 50% will do if that's all you have. Make sure the Q-tip's fairly wet with alcohol and rub it against the pins. Now you don't want to be too hard on the pins, you don't want to smush them in any way or move them from where they're supposed to be. If we bend the pins too much, we'll have to replace the entire 72-pin connector. They don't like being bent back and forth too much. If you find that the Q-tip's not enough to get inside of there, or you think it's a little bit dirtier, you can take an old toothbrush like this, soak it down with alcohol, and be very gentle. You can use it to scrub some of the harder to get dirt off. It's not the most ideal for the back, but it helps get in between the pins and it works a little bit better than a Q-tip. So while you're inside of here, you might as well give the inside connections a bit of a clean, just to make sure they're not dirty as well. Alright, so we're going to take the 72-pin connector and just in reverse, we're going to put it right back on the motherboard. Alright, so line up your 72-pin connector, be very careful you know which side is which, and slowly snug it back on. You want to put your fingers on the plastic pieces only, do not touch the metal. Alright, so we're going to put all the screws back in, and now would be a good time to test it out to make sure everything's working okay. So when we're testing the system right now, we need to see if the cartridge is making a good connection to the 72-pin connector. Now, The two front screws need to be either loosened or tightened so that it makes an even contact across the board. We're done. Now we get to sit back and play some games. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you out. Let me know in the comments section below if it did.